Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Blood Moon. We are on round 3 of the Oops All Berries versus Killing is Just a Means of Communication game as Oops All Berries wins the previous one, taking it to 1-1. So we are now even. This is the deciding match. The teams have gone back to how they were originally, which means that Team 1 ANS is now Killing is Just a Means of Communication, and Team 2 is OSP being played by Oops All Berries. Team 1, Lost Leviathan, Rex, Zigstack and Chopsticks. Team 2, Tropical Depression, Razgirl, Sergeant Gamer, and the Flying Dog. We, like I said before, we are here on Blood Moon. This is Blood Moon Remastered, so this is the updated version of the map that sucks less than the original one. I kid. Blood Moon is a really nice map, and I like it a lot. Very, very cinematic map, too. You'll see what I mean when we load in. Anyway, looking at the initial deployments, it looks like ANS is deploying heavy B-side, and it looks like OSP is also doing the same here as well. OSP electing to not put anything on the A side, leaving it completely open, although... Or OSP, did I say ANS? Oh, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, OSP not having anything over at A point, but ANS not having anything over there either. As we will see how that... works out for both teams. Is that a Beam Solomon? The Beam Solomon has returned, folks. Love to see it. I love to see Beam Solomons in matches. You can already tell that this is going to be the Beam Solomon on Blood Moon. Flynn, trust the process. All right, let's go through the teams. Killing is just a means of communication. We have Chopsticks is once again running this missile keystone creature we saw before, and I'm assuming this is the same fleet. Yep, some gun cappers spread throughout the map. Very nice to see. Leviathan is bringing a different fleet than they did last time. 450, 250 Axford here. Raider drive, whiplash, medium hangar, reinforced stuff in the front. Very nice to see what's in that hangar. Couple of halberds by the looks of it. They also have some point defense and jamming escorts. And a jam sprinter. Yeah, this is what I mean by a very cinematic map. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. Rex Alley is bringing the Beam Solomon that we saw in the first match. This Beam Solomon doing incredible work the first game, coring out most of OSP's frontline in the opening stages of the match. We'll see how well it does on Blood Moon here. Here is the jam sprinter that they have in escort. And Zigstack is back to their carrier BS. We have a, I'm assuming this is the same as last time. Yep, lots of S2s. It should be worth noting that they are using S2 bombers for the most part. Here is the gun voxel that we also saw, and a gun escort for the carrier. On to OSP, Razgirl electing to bring some one obelisk and some camping ships. Is this the SDM one? Yeah, this is the, no, not SDM, MLS one. So this is firing a bunch of Thunderchild missiles. Well, I think they're Thunderchild. Yep. Should be noted that I do not think they have swapped up the Seekers, so if these start getting shot at ANS will know how to counter those. Sergeant Gamer down here, we have a 450 Acello and another 450 Acello. This is the same fleet that they brought before. Yep, Raider drive. Flying Doggo bringing one Acello, supported by some monitors. Nice to see. No plasma on these, but no 100 mil either, electing for jamming and soft kill. We also have a creature, point defense tug with nothing else on it. And Tropical Depression rounds it up with an MLS monitor dump fleet. Oh boy, where are they going? They are going high over by C. Nowhere near where ANS's frontline is. They need to pivot. They need to pivot in order to counter them. Seafoin being jumped on by two gunships as, three gunships. Razgirl and, Doggo both deploying ships here. Doggo's is a rocket ship. Defender is in range and is in arc. Will it stop these? Almost. One hit, but that takes out the magazine! This ship can no longer shoot back, and it looks like OSP is going to get the C point here. On the B point, engagement going out, this gunship taking severe damage to its gun, a rather unfortunate thing to soak all the damage. Although that being said, it does have fire support from the front line here. Missiles out on C point by the looks of it, yep. As it looks like Chopsticks is trying to save the C point cap here. D point going to ANS, and no one going anywhere near the A point for some reason. Although this ship could very well just do that and just take it, although ANS doesn't know that. Missiles out onto these shuttles here. One of them phasing through the ship entirely, the rest of them hitting. Not doing a whole lot of damage. Do structure break it, take out its rapid DC. That's not a lot of damage. B point looks like it will go into the hands of OSP here. I do not think ANS is going to be able to kill this thing. But it drifts out of the point! It drifts out of the cap point, and B point is denied! Unfortunate loss of the drive means that this ship will not be in the cap point when it needs to be. Missile counter battery out on this this poor sprinter here, as we have 4 command wake blockade runners out. I'm assuming there is a lock on the ship from an ally. Yep, those missiles are going to find their way home. That is 4 hits into the sprinter, and it goes down. Very, very cinematic map indeed. I am never going to... if this map ever shows up in the tournament, just know that I will never post a thumbnail that doesn't have this in the background. Anyway, back on the B point, the Acellos have moved up to try and deny it, as well as the MLS Bulker. Looks like they're going to try and... Looks like they're doing a little standoff with ANS's frontline here. Where's the beam battleship? The beam battleship is trying to get close. Battleships not the fastest things in the world, and at close range, with only close range weapons, they need to be really nearby. Looks like ANS is redeploying their cap asset to secure the C point here. Looks like they're committing to it. Tempest out in the direction that the missiles came from. It looks like ANS is trying to scout out where those monitors are. The healthy cap asset is withdrawing from the point, which leaves only this really heavily damaged monitor here. Not monitor. Shuttle. God, I really am losing my mind today. SDM's out on Bastion Squadron as they get jumped by SDMs. One of these ships... Wow, okay. Despite losing one, it manages to distract a bunch of SDMs, and only 2 ships go down there. Battleship, what's your range? Battleship is within... almost within beam range of these Acellos here. If it can get closer and these Acellos like come around a corner, perhaps here they could just get cored out immediately by the battleship. ANS sending a ship to A, realizing that there's nothing over there, considering that OSP hasn't capped it. They will be able to secure that point pretty easily here. B point is trying to be secured by ANS here. They move that crippled, or that already damaged shuttle onto the point here. Its drives go down. It is taking fire. It should be noted that that is 450. It will overpin, dealing minor damage. Will that fire be enough to take it out before it caps the point? We shall see. Avers Squadron is an S2 strike here. Looks like they're going to try and flank around. They're going to flank around right into these Acellos here. Not the targets you want to be firing out if you're in bombers, but might still be able to get through. Boxer goes to ANS as the ship holds on just long enough to take the point. ANS perhaps realizing that with that missile support and the ship still on B point, there is nothing for them here as the ship tries to withdraw. However, those are a lot of missiles incoming. All S2s, no comms jamming. Blockade runners heading right for this poor sprinter. The target is locked by, I'm assuming, one of these shuttles or some other thing in the area. And yeah, those are going to find their way home, as that's another cap asset down on from Chopsticks. We have a full HEKP S3 decoy strike against this Acello here. That is bow on. Just like last match, one of these Acellos taking a bunch of bow on S3 HEKP. This Acello is not looking all that good, although it is repairable for the most part. That is still a lot of damage. A mass S2 strike from the bombers there, although unfortunately Auroras are quite strong against S2s. A couple missiles getting through, not a lot to do a whole lot of damage. Some minor damage to the 2 Acellos, although that strike didn't really accomplish much. The bombers do, all of them do survive and are able to get out of there. The Solomon lying in wait for these Acellos. No, it's not lying in wait. It's going forward. It sees these Acellos here within 3 kilometers, and it's going. It wants to remove those from the match as soon as possible. This battleship not spotted by anything that OSP has. They don't know it's here. What radar did this thing have before it got obliterated? Yeah, this is hella only at a front line. I don't think this battleship's been spotted yet. As yeah, this battleship's just going to round the corner on these Ocellos here. Trying to get some thumbnail shots, excuse me. Yep. The Ocello's trading fire with Leviathan's Axford here. We have more of these expensive HEKP strikes out on those Ocellos here, but they're moving behind cover. These missiles might rock PD. Are they going to get around the corner in time? I think they are. Yeah, they went wide. These are going to get through. Aurora's tasking onto target. It's not enough. HEKP strikes into both Ocellos. One of them command down, the other one very orange. Right as this battleship rounds the corner. That is unfortunate timing for these Ocellos, as these beams are going to finish them off. That's one down already. That is rather unfortunate timing for those missiles hit. Perhaps coordination on ANS here as they perfectly coordinate that strike. The battleship here is just free to clean up these Ocellos here, and there's not a whole lot they can do. The monitor fleet up here is too far away to really assist. We have missiles out on these Axfords here, but does this Axford have comms jamming? This Axford has comms jamming. It should be enough to deflect that strike, although the hard kill is also enough to do so. Thunder Child's out against something up there. I'm assuming against the Axford, although the Illuminators are not being fired from this liner. Yeah, and you can see the beams here continuing to just go into the, that is a, I think that's the thumbnail right there, folks. Yeah, that's the thumbnail right there. There's no way I can use anything other than that image. But yeah, these Ocellos are just completely out of the fight. Sergeant Hammer getting beamed and missiled and beamed and just removed from the battle. Oh no. Rex is burning out his beams. Rex, you gotta be careful. There's still ships over here to deal with. These ships are dead. More Tempest out on these, the monitors here. It looks like ANS still trying to get a fix on where those missiles are coming from. I do not think these things are spotted. Oh no, they are spotted. ANS does know that where they are. Perhaps the bomber potentially gonna try and get some bomb strikes out. ANS does secure the A point, although by the time they got here, there were multiple ships already in the area. Missiles are out on the ship here. The chaff deflects them. The chaff doesn't deflect them. What Seeker were even in those? Although, despite the missiles missing, this Voxel is probably going to be able to damage this thing enough that this gun sprinter can take it. This Voxel, seeing the area is completely open for it to just go to E point as they just go onto the point. A missile counter battery out from the monitors out onto this poor frigate here. Is there comms jamming in the area? No, it's a masquerade. It's not a comms jammer. The flak is good against S2s, but it's not enough. Those missiles are going to find their way home as this poor frigate here just gets eviscerated. Command missiles are scary, y'all. Bring comm jammers. They're very useful. Leviathan doing what he can to try and jam the strikeout, but unfortunately it's too late for his poor ship here. ANS does secure the A point here by killing that shuttle as the Voxel begins to trade fire with this this other shuttle here. I can't believe y'all doubted the beam play on Blood Moon. 3K fleet gone. Another 3K fleet is withdrawing from the combat zone because it knows it cannot counter that. Although OSP's missile stuff at the top has been doing pretty good. We have missiles out on the fleet here down at the bottom. These are commands SAR H. I do not see illuminators being fired from the fleet. Command Hodge, come on, SAR H. Mixture of two. There's no illuminators being fired. Leviathan just has to kick on that comms jammer and they're fine. Although with the amount of hard kill they have in the area, I don't know if they have to. And yeah, I don't think that track quality is going to be good enough either. Yeah, Leviathan deciding to style on those missiles and not even fire the comms jammer. E point going to ANS here as they get their Voxel onto point. OSP, just like we saw in the last match, they've just kind of been contained up here by the front line from the enemy. C-Stack holding most of their bomb strikes in reserve. Thunderchild's out on this this Voxel here. Voxel launching chaff and lots of AMMs. Will it be enough? The Illuminator is not out. Oh, wait, no, these Seekers have changed. They're ARAD. They're ARAD SAR-H. This Voxel needs to incom now. It's not incoming. Those are gonna land. Those are gonna find their way home. Not enough to kill this thing, but enough to cripple it. Both its guns are knocked out, and this liner is free to just use its guns to finish off that Voxel. Although ANS is pushing probably pretty fast around here. They probably want to push up to this fleet up top here. Let's see, where's the battleship going? Battleship is just kind of hanging out. Very slow ship. Only raiders in here, so no whiplashes to increase its top speed. Second salvo goes into this this Voxel here. This Voxel just needs to MCOM, and it should be fine. Those are ARAD SAR-H. No Illuminators out. The Illuminator is not nowhere near on target. But perhaps is its radar knocked out? Perhaps I don't think it has enough panels for the ARAD to home in on. Yeah, no, it's lost panels. I don't think there were enough panels for those missiles to home in on as this Voxel. I think it gets away here. Did they MCOM? No, their signature size is normal. Unless I can't see it in spectator view anymore. Normally I should be able to see in spectator view if the radar's off by just looking at signature size. They did earlier trust. Okay, I see. I trust you guys in chat. Good play from the Voxel either way, able to slip out relatively unscathed. I say relatively unscathed. It is getting crossfired currently by the... Oh, no, only takes one shot before it ducks into cover. This Voxel does need to get into cover and start repairing things, though. More missiles out. These are S2H shaped. These are, I'm assuming, going for that liner. Yep, they are going for the liner. Drop those really close to where the liner is. Those might enter point defense range before they stage? Potentially. AMM's out from the liner, though. We'll have something to say about those S2s. As, yeah, I believe these AMMs are just going to clean up that salvo. Or, never mind, 2 get through. 2 hits. Not a lot of damage. Those AMMs working quite well at dealing with that strike. How has this battleship remained, like, undetected for, like, most of the match? I guess OSP just doesn't have a lot of sensors, do they? What? Interesting restart prio, trying to get the small back up, I suppose for damage soaking reasons. Squadron of 4 S2 bombers out on this this liner here. Yeah. I don't think those things are going to be contested all that much. Or not. Where are they going? I have no idea why they just turned around. Perhaps to wait for the other squadrons? Interesting. Are there 4 here? Yeah, there are 4 here. Alright, there they go. They got everyone. They're turning back around. Everyone accounted for. The Ocello is moving up next to the monitors, up to C point, recognizing that that is probably the most defensible position for them. Oh yeah, ANS has the 4-cap here. That's going to tick up pretty quickly here as this liner is going to get jumped on by these bombers here. It is going to try and resecure the E point here, but Sig-Stack, I'm assuming, is going to try and cripple that liner with the bombers and then just have the Voxel finish him off. Excellent play from them, using their resources quite effectively here. Sig-Stack knowing that their that ship is definitely on the E point here. Don't worry, Sig-Stack. I saw the bug. I saw what it was doing. If you want to talk to us about that, the thing was recorded. Unfortunately, it is not going to be enough to stop you from obliterating this poor liner here. As we have a lot of S2s out on this poor liner here. The Voxel already starting to engage. Most of the missiles getting shot down. Not bad. This liner doing an excellent job of defending the missile strike. Sends out a missile strike of its own. This time, it doesn't IMCOM, and those missiles hit. Although, to be fair, that could also be due to the illumination. No, there was no illumination. Interesting. Gunslinger Squadron, not even taking any damage. Returning to base. They're gonna refill. They're gonna rearm with missiles and launch another strike on that liner, more than likely. The battleship is climbing this rock here, like I assumed it would, heading to sea, where the ranges are much closer. Previous max line, you're paying their PD taxes. Yes, pay your PD taxes, folks. It does help. Although sometimes the 100 mil is the way to go, but OSP's front line just completely heavily damaged and pushed to the back of the map. Tropical's missiles not really able to do much other than pick off light assets. Another one of these super expensive HEKP strikes out on this Acello here. Chopsticks is giving the enemy no reprieve as it says no Acellos for you. This mixed salvo proving especially deadly against these poor Acellos on OSP. Even if these missiles don't kill it, that battleship is going to, as it is already within beam range of that Acello. These missiles... Nope, those missiles are going to kill it. HEKP does wonders against ships with tightly packed compartments like that, as that Acello is knocked out of the fight completely. OSP only just has really just light scattered assets around the map, not a whole lot to affect the match with. They are resecuring the A point here, and they do manage to resecure E, so yeah, that is going to be a 3 cap for OSP. However, the points disadvantage they have is quite significant. Although that being said, I don't think there's anything that's going to stop ANS from just pushing to C right here. The battleship is going to be within range of these monitors here as it comes around the corner. Although these monitors are spotted, this battleship needs to start turning its beams, which it's already doing. Electing to fire all of them at the same target. Back beam untasked. Nope. Looks like he's got 2 groups. Alright, yep. Fortunately for these monitors, they do go behind the rock for the time being. However, I think this battleship... The battleship is going to just beam the Acello. I don't think it knows that it's already dead. Careful on the battle short there. Rex, your beams are already pretty heavily damaged. The battleship holding fire. Its fire orders are gone. I'm assuming it's swapping to the monitors over here. These monitors within 4 kilometers of the battleship. Yeah, this battleship, if it can get its beams on target, it is just going to eviscerate these poor things. That's a lock from the battleship. Beams. Are beams being tasked? I know you can fire your beams. Come on, buddy. Take them out. Burn them. Destroy them. I want more beam action. Come on. The Axford, though, taking the initiative, firing on those ships. Yep, there go the beams. The beams are being tasked. They are bearing to target. There's one of them, right into the front of this this poor monitor. It is just going to get cored here. These monitors are way too close to this battleship. They are not going to be able to withdraw in time. And I think that's the last of OSP's front line. The rest of OSP's front line just getting caught out here by the battleship. I think they were pushed up too far and they didn't realize it. The battleship, though, is unable to battle short given the conditions of its beams, so these monitors might be able to potentially withdraw. That being said, 3 beams on target is very, very deadly. There come the rest of the beams. 2 beams out on this thing as it gets structure broken immediately. There it goes. Yeah, this thing is not going to be lasting all that much longer. Missiles out on this Sprinter going for the E point. These are the ARAD STAR H1s, and it's going to take it out. ANS failing the cheeky little back cap on E. Yep, one of them is combat down, the other one taking 450 and 250 fire from Leviathan's expert here. The battleship is just electing to ignore the monitors. It's just going for the cap point. At this point, that is probably the best play here. Atlas is being resecured by ANS. Well, I wasn't looking. This hero gun sprinter mopping up all of these shuttle assets over here. Not bad. Chopsticks has built these things very well, and it shows. They are able to just completely knock out all of those light cap assets that OSP has. And yeah, the Beam Solomon is just going to go for the C point here, and I think that, unfortunately for Oops All Berries, I think that killing is just a means of communication is going to take this, which means that they are probably going to move on in the tournament here. I don't think that there's anything left in OSP's arsenal that can really deal with this massive stack over here going for the cap points. They're also severely bled on assets and will not be able to resecure the objectives in time. Bullfrog Squadron heading for this liner here, trying to get some more missiles into it. Probably realizing that their frontliner is more than able to take out the assets that OSP still has left up here. Yep, that is a very sad monitor. Oh, missile dump! We have a missile dump out from the monitors out on something. It looks like they're going for the Axford potentially here. The Axford still not turning on its comms jammer. Leviathan, I guess probably forgetting that they have one, or perhaps not having enough intel on the missiles to ID them. A couple AMMs slam into their own ship. In case of friendly fire there, there's another AMM that goes into the ship. Goblin Squadron getting a bit too greedy for those missile interceptions and ends up having some friendly fire incidents here. One of the missiles does find home on this frigate here, but it is not enough to really do to knock it out. Liner has launched another salvo. It is out on... I'm assuming it was out on the Sprinter here, but unfortunately the reactor detonation provides enough radar jamming to hide this thing. A missile counter battery out from the destroyer in the back as Anus says, no, only we're allowed to do missile strikes. These are pretty light missiles. I don't think they're going to do a whole lot. Oh, never mind. That thing was a basic CSE, that's why. Missile salvo out on the battleship, but Leviathan finally realizing that he has a comms jammer, kicks it on, and those missiles go way off course. Battleship completely fine. ANS just has too much defensive equipment here for those missiles to get through, both in hard kill and soft kill. As these lightly built monitors start taking some pretty devastating shots from the 450. Bullfrog Squadron just kind of loitering in the middle of the map here, potentially trying to look for priority targets, probably light assets to pick off just to secure ANS the victory. But yeah, this is, yep, there goes the structure break. The beam play on Blood Moon proving very effective as this battleship removes like a fleet and a half without taking any damage in return. Not any damage, much damage in return. Are beam battleships the meta for this tournament? If you've just watched this match, you would probably assume so. Rex is doing really good in this Solomon in both the games they've played it in. Bullfrog tasking onto this liner here. Missiles out from range. These are, I think they're all Act A red, aren't they? Yep. Are you going to MCOM? Doesn't look like it. Perhaps relying on the point defense to clean up these missiles like they did last time. That Bastion cleaning up a lot of them. The Pavisa's cleaning up a lot of the others too. Only one makes it through. Minor damage, although that does result in a structure break. Razgirl perhaps experiencing a liner moment here as the single missile that gets through immediately structure breaks them. We're actually just trying to rush down these monitors here. They are within beam range. Their beams are not bearing to target. Two of them burnt out from their own battle short as one on the back tries to bear to target. More missiles out here. This is a full salvo. Where are these headed? Unfortunate. These missiles, these command-guided missiles, fired directly out of the ship, directly into a comms jammer. Although SAR H from the Allied liner will illuminate, and those missiles, only a couple of them hit. Do manage to re-knock out the beams though, buying the monitors a bit of time, although it's not going to be enough. Bastion Squadron able to clean up most of them. Couple more Thunderchilds out down here. Although the hard kill on the Solomon is going to clean those up quite nicely. Heartbake Squadron is KBU bombs. Only not a lot of them. Only 2 across this entire squadron. Interesting. Did they dump them on someone else, or? I have no idea. Heartbreak is going to drop those bombs onto this monitor, which is not moving. It also has no point defense. Only 2 KBU-22s not going to do much damage, although they are going to get through. They didn't even pin the armor. Battleship taking additional strikes from those Thunderchilds. Unfortunately, all of them going for the active decoy, just like they did in the last match. Those active decoys coming in clutch for ANS here. Was that the first match, or was that the other tournament game I casted tonight? I am losing my mind. Additional missile dump out on the battleship. Once again, directly into a comms jammer. These missiles are still homing in. No SAR H backup, but they still get through. Multiple hits on the battleship as this battleship starts to take some fire. OSP refusing to go down without a fight here as they suddenly start to get some missile hits in on key ANS assets. The Axford is pulled back significantly and is unable to support the battleship with the overlapping point defense fire grid. Another missile salvo. Where were these monitors all match? Are those going to friendly fire? Unfortunate, as OSP friendly fires into their own liner. Oh no, and thanks to the structure break, this thing takes a lot of damage from that. Drives down, reactor overload. That is unfortunate. That wasn't even an overload, that was a fuel line fire. That is an unfortunate friendly fire incident there. As looks like OSP is going to start surrendering here, as killing is just a means of communication, winning 2-1 against Oops All Berries, advancing on in the tournament, and unfortunately Oops All Berries' journey ends here. Just out of curiosity, how did the beam battleship do? Yep, that's about right. Alright, join us. We will head to Peanut Gallery. I'm misspelling things again. To debrief, and I will see you all there.
Doggo, stop the music. Thank you.
Okay, everything. We're still waiting on. There's Leviathan.
Cool.
Excellent performance from everyone in that match. Those were 3 really good rounds back to back.
We bull.
Yeah, I think it's obvious.
Yeah.
You know, we don't got the OSP game down yet, but I think we've got a good ANS team. And
Yeah, no, your torpedo rush over the top of Tumbleweed.
that was brutal,
Yeah,
man.
You shattered OSP's front line in a matter of minutes.
Brutal.
Torpedo boat gang.
But no, that was really good play from you guys, especially
We were expecting
on that last round.
Yeah, that beam solomon just.
You were expecting what? Sorry.
I'm assuming Killing was expecting the push to C point in Yukon, and that's why they had the Solomon there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I completely forgot what Yukon was and picked the wrong fleet for it.
Oh no.
I had zero idea at all.
But yeah, no, very, very excellent anticipation from Killing there, putting the very heavy assets on the point that they assume that the enemy's going to rush. You guys just removed an entire frontline fleet in the first 5 minutes of the match.
Yeah, my beloved.
Yeah, no, excellent plays as well.
Yeah,
who's in that destroyer with the missiles? That was Chopsticks. Yeah, no, you did really good. Those you just saw Cellos and just crippled the Cellos.
I literally designed these missiles to hit Achellos because I was just like, I'm sick of them.
I'm sick of them.
So, and
No,
so the
you-
goal is just to hit them in the bow.
Yeah, no, you.
And
You didn't miss a single salvo with those. I didn't think. Just kept.
Hey, you
there
see
were
that
some
Acelo?
that certainly played Rocky.
I don't want to see it.
So carries are worth playing, apparently?
Apologize for coughing all the time.
Dude,
Like,
they
it
are.
seemed good. I wanted to.
Yeah,
I should have.
carriers.
Well, maybe we waste points on ASF missiles.
That is true. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can completely just. That is something that a lot of the teams have been saying is that you can just be like, hey, I'm just gonna not bring carriers, and then the enemy's gonna spend like 500 points on SDMs, and you're just like,
Yeah,
Fortunately, I only have like 100 worth.
I'm a carrier player, and I just got convinced not to play the entire time. And I'm sitting here like, they played carrier. I could have been here. The Tato got buffed. Come on.
Yeah.
It's no matter.
but yeah,
On the
no,
third round.
Fun fact: most of Killing's fleets are just like normal pub fleets. We like barely planned this.
But yeah, well,
Yeah.
well, despite being normal pub fleets, like you guys clearly had a strategy in all of the matches, and in the ones that you won, you just stuck to it and just pressed your advantage.
I think both matches we won, we just kind of cold read the other team's strategy.
Yeah, that.
And also the match we lost, we got cold red.
Yeah,
Dude,
no,
we
that
got.
is.
I got so rolled as OSP, dude. That was. I felt so awful.
You guys just, I feel like you guys just saw my fucking torpedo fleet and just like panicked the moment you saw me close your moor lines and just focused so hard on me that it was not to your benefit.
Yeah, the strike craft from the Moorlines and the Moorline and the Journeyman were putting a lot of fire into those sprinters after they had fired all their torpedoes.
Yeah, and just.
But yeah, no. I would also
having
like.
the
Yeah,
action pop up top, keep you from landing while you're trying to run.
yeah, I'd also like to congratulate Oops All Berries in that second match. Like you guys forced an advantage and you guys just didn't let up. You didn't let OSP recover at all. Just kept pushing.
Yep,
Very
that was
excellent play from you guys.
Yeah.
You just forced.
Yeah.
You contained the entirety of OSP's ships to just a small corner of the map and just didn't let them breathe.